$100,000 not to have sex? Are you kidding me? I do it for free. Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Talia J, back again with another video. So today I decided, since we are still quarantined, I decided that I would go ahead and film a what I'm watching video. So a lot of these movies, and it's going to be a mix between movies and shows, they are all on Netflix, so easily accessible. And basically I'm just gonna go over the different movies and shows that I've been watching, give you a little information on them, like a little description, and then you can go watch them yourself. I'm not rating these, so there's no like my number one, my number five. I'm not doing that because everybody has different taste, and what I rate my top one video, y'all will probably be like, how could she say that? So that's not what I'm doing. But yeah, so let's get right into it. So I have a little notebook here to, because if I went on a tangent and did it, girl, this movie or this video will be about 50 minutes long, and we don't have time for that. So I got my notebook here of all of the ones I was gonna do. There are a lot that I was gonna do, but I decided to mark them off the list and not even do them because some of them I don't really know how to describe, and some of them are like very niche, like very my taste and probably my taste only. So I wouldn't really recommend them because I don't think anybody but me would like it. And then I also at one point had Amazon Prime, but I know a lot of people may not have Amazon Prime, and then a lot of them were with my BET Plus add-on, which, because Amazon Prime Video lets you have like an add-on or channel added, and so I was like, I don't know if people got that, so I'm not even gonna worry about that. So this is just Netflix, and I have not watched everything on Netflix. Like, I have just barely scraped the surface because I'm the type of person where I like to watch old shows. So like old nostalgic shows like Martin or Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or That's So Raven, like all the throwback shows. That's what I like, and obviously Netflix doesn't have those, so these are only the ones that I've been watching as of recently, and it's not really that many because, like I said, I had some, I had a lot, and I don't think people would watch it or be interested in watching it, or it's just not something that I would recommend to people. So that's a lot of talking, but let's get into it. Okay, so first on my list is going to be Tiger King. So I don't know, actually no, I was in quarantine when I started watching Tiger King. I think it was had to be about a month ago now. But Tiger King, if you're not familiar, which you probably are because it's been blowing up, like people are making TikTok videos about it, people are on Twitter going in about it, like it is so funny. So it's a docu-series about this guy named Joe Exotic, and he basically has all of these big cats, and they are tigers and lions mostly. I don't think he does like bobcats or any. A wolf is not a cat, Talia. It's not. But it's mostly tigers and lions. So he has these, and he kind of has like a petting zoo type thing for those animals, and so it's like a big old farm, and so basically people just come pet the tigers. This is how he makes his money, okay? He's a very wild character, he's a big personality. He's got a mullet, like he was running for some type of political office at one point. He's just a funny character. He's gay and he has two. Well, at one point he had two husbands. Like, he just has so many characteristics and personality traits, maybe disorders, but I'm not a doctor, so we're not gonna go there. But the funniest thing is that he has an arch nemesis, okay, y'all, like an arch nemesis, and her name is Carol Baskin, and she's like an animal rights activist, basically, because she takes a lot of these big cats in and she rescues them, or so she says. And you know, she really looked a little sneaky. She looked like a shady character. So I could see why he got beef with her. But basically, she be picking on him and she be going in on him, talking mess about him, writing articles about him because of this. And so they became arch nemesis. This is a really good show, and I think that everybody should watch it because it's real. The fact that it's real is even funnier. Like, it's real. But or is it? So the next show that I watched is called Black AF, and it is a show created by Kenya Barris. Kenya Barris is the creator of the whole Blackish trifecta, so Blackish, Grownish, and Mixedish, and he's also written for some successful black comedies. So I really like Kenya Barris. I like how he always tries to incorporate the black experience and black history into his shows, and I just really appreciate that. The reason I am a little conflicted about this show is it's kind of funny, but there's also some overkill. What I feel is overkill. What I mean by that is when the race subject comes up, it comes out of the blue as if he pulled it out of his behind. Sometimes in real conversation, you know, race does come up, especially when black people are talking to each other, and depending on how comfortable you are with your friends of other races, you might speak about it with them as well. So it does come up, but I feel like the way that it comes up I would say in this show particularly, because I don't really mind it in the other shows, but the way that he brings it up in this show is kind of like there's no correlation. Like, it just doesn't really flow with the actual topic. I don't know. I think you have to watch. Maybe you just watch it and tell me how y'all feel. But basically, it's kind of like a show within a show type thing. So you know how on The Office or in Parks and Rec, it's scripted, but it's kind of filmed to simulate a reality show. That's kind of how this is. So it's a scripted show, and this is not his real family, but it's supposed to emulate his family. And so one of the daughters, who is kind of like the narrator of the show, she's trying to get into film school, so she's doing a documentary on her parents or her family. So there's a lot of like confessionals, and it just kind of makes it seem like as if it's a reality show or a documentary or whatever. So it is funny. There are some funny parts in it, but I feel like when they do bring in the race conversation, it's very forced and it doesn't flow with the show or the conversation within the show. That's just how I feel. Now, a lot of people have said that Kenya Barris has continuously pumped out shows, and it's actually even mentioned on Black AF that this is kind of his like niche. It's like he makes quote-unquote black shows for white people, and I personally don't see the issue with that, because I feel like the black experience is not something that we need to talk about amongst ourselves, because we live it. Now, you will come across some black people who are very ignorant on black history and the black experience. That's because they're very far removed, and that's a whole nother conversation. And in that case, you might have to work a little bit harder, okay? But we don't need to convince black people don't need to convince black people of the things that we've been through, right? And we don't need to really convince, or we shouldn't have to convince people of other races, or specifically white people. However, it is a conversation that needs to be had, because I know, and you know, my black family members, my black friends, they know what's going on in the black community, but white people don't know what's going on in the black people community, or they don't care to know. So I think it needs to be a conversation, it being geared towards white people. I don't see the problem in that, because now they can watch a show that they also enjoy and say, hey, I didn't know that the black community felt this way, or hey, I didn't know that this was an issue that the black community faced. Maybe, but at least it's a conversation. You know, everybody's entitled to their own feelings, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, so they might not necessarily have that reaction to the show, but just to know that it's being thought of because you're watching the show, so now you have to think about it. So I don't see the issue with that. But all in all, to shorten all of this, I think the show was okay. Like, I liked it. It was humorous, like little chuckles. It was a very dry sense of humor that I'm not really familiar with, and I don't really like. I'm not drawn to that kind of humor, but it was okay. So the next show that I watched is Too Hot to Handle, which is one of those kind of dating shows. If you're familiar with Love Island or Love is Blind, it's kind of along the lines of that. The whole premise of the show is that they put a bunch of attractive people on an island, which attractive to who? Because I could definitely go up the street and find like 10 people more attractive, but that's besides the point. So they put a couple, like maybe 8 attractive people, male and female. They're from Australia, UK, and the United States, on an island, and they say, look, at the end of this, you will all win $100,000 as long as y'all do not participate in any type of sexual interaction. So that means no kissing and no sex, obviously. So the whole purpose is to get all these people here to get to know each other on a gain a deeper connection with each other, so they get to know each other on a deeper level and not just be interested in each other for sex appeal or for, you know, physical. So I mean, good premise, whatever. A lot of people had trouble with this, which $100,000, like, I don't see the issue. $100,000, like, yes, you would have to split it up among those 8 people, but $100,000, what? That's, ooh, actually, I'm not getting mad, let me not. But $100,000 not to have sex? Are you kidding me? I do it for free. Like, I don't see the issue, but a lot of people were struggling with it, and every time you kiss or every time you do it, then you lose money. Now, they never say how much money. I mean, eventually they tell you, like, after how much money you lost, but in the beginning they didn't tell you how much, what is equal to what. Like, if you have sex, it's 15,000, or if you whatever, they don't tell you that in the beginning. So it was a good little premise. I love those type of shows. Like, I'm into Love is Blind, I'm into Love Island, I'm into Bachelor in Paradise. Like, those are my shows I really like. I'm a hopeless romantic type of girl, and I really like watching those. I mean, I cringe the whole time because I'm just like, ew, like, that's so corny or that's so cheesy, but deep down I love that shit. Anyways, all right, so the next thing that's on the list is a movie, and it's called Uncorked. Uncorked is a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. It has Niecy Nash in it, and Some other people that I really did not recognize, I'm gonna be completely honest, but who knows, you might recognize them. So what it is about is this guy, he works part-time at a liquor store and part-time at his dad's barbecue restaurant, and he wants to be a wine enthusiast. Now there's another term for this, but I don't remember it. But basically he wants to be a wine expert, and to be a wine expert, like a certified wine expert, you have to go to school for it and you have to get a certification. So that's what he wants to do. And basically him and his dad are kind of at odds, because his dad is like, no, you need to be here to run this business because I'm not gonna be around for long, you know, blah blah blah. And he's like, okay, but I'm trying to, you know, sell some wine. So him and his daddy kind of be beefing or whatever, and something happens like really big while he is going to school for, you know, the certification, and it kind of brings him and his dad closer, because his dad's like, you know, at the end of the day, my dad is the one who made me get into the business, and I had dreams of being a teacher, and I would never want you to give up your dreams. So that kind of bonds them, and they end up working together to help him get his certification. So it's a cute little movie. It's nothing super dramatic, nothing, I mean, you might cry a little bit. It's not overly funny. There's some funny parts in it, but it is a really good movie. It's like heartfelt, like it just is a feel good type of movie. Like, I think people would like it. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, it's called Uncorked. Alright y'all, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoy your time quarantining, getting all your rest, and just getting everything in order for the second quarter of 2020, because Lord knows I needed it. But yeah, hopefully you guys will actually watch these movies and shows that I mentioned on here. If not, then I don't know what to tell you. I would also like for you guys to put in the comment section different Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, whatever, different things that you've been watching, because obviously I need new things to watch. And then I also want to do a what I've been reading, because I am an avid reader and I've been reading a lot of different things, and you know, I don't really know that many people interested in reading. People don't read these days, but if you are, let me know and I will definitely do a what I've been reading video. So that's all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.